Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, BBT, back again with another beer review. This is what I am sipping on this evening. Felix at Tenebris. This is a beer. This is a stout. An orange. It's actually labeled as an American Orange Stout by Cabin Boys Brewery. This brewery is out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it tops out at 8.7%. And let me just read this to you. They put a little beer porn They put a little beer porn on the side. This is Latin for happy and dark. This stout is a dark, roasty, chocolatey beast. The darkness of this stout comes from the complex malt variations, giving it added depth of flavor. The happiness comes from the orange slices we threw into the boil, giving it a robust, crisp finish. Sheesh. If this beer tastes half as good as that sounded right there, that little paragraph right there, cheese and crackers. So when I poured this, I let this rest. I've let it rest, but I gave a nice good pour. It actually had a head on it, probably about half a glass. So it had a nice, good, big, thick head on it, and then it also had like the head on it was a really dark, deep color, like a deep dark, just a dark color. What am I smelling right here? I'm smelling like some sweetness with almost like a char, like a smoky char, but it's not like a not a bright. It's not a bright. I don't know. What am I smelling right here? It almost smells like it's something was toasted, but without the overtly smokiness. Okay. All right. Down the hatch. Let's go. There's a lot going on right here. Okay, so it's not thick. It's not a stout that is really thick. It's pretty thin actually, but it's a lot of flavor. I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting. It's like a rich chocolate, like a deep, dark, rich chocolate with a sweetness to it on the back end. And you do get the citrusy. If you could imagine a heavy, dark chocolate with a little bit of char and orange slices with it, that's what it tastes like. If you've ever had really like fancy citrus chocolate, like an orange chocolate, that's kind of what this tastes like, but with a toastiness to it, like a charbroil. That is a really, really, really unique flavor. And then it just finishes with a sweetness on the back end and a little bit of bitterness. I got to get one more drink. Yeah, I mean, I think I've nailed it. I think I've nailed all the flavors, but there's like there's a bitterness that is a little more than I like. There's a little bit of bitterness that goes a little bit above and beyond, and maybe that's where almost like a burnt toasted flavor there. It's like raising that up. So I'm gonna give this like a 7.4. I'm going to give it a 7.4, but I would probably normally give this like a 7.1 or a 2. It's a good stout, but it is so unique. I'm getting some very unique flavors here, and I wouldn't think that would mix together as well as they've done. So I'm going to bump this up to a 7.4, man. This is a good beer. It's a good beer. For being a stout that is 8.7%, I'm definitely not going to have any problem drinking 2 of these because it's not really a real thick stout. It's pretty thin in the mouth. And so it's a good beer, man. Cabin Boys Brewery, they did a great job with this beer. Very unique stout here. And if you're into stouts, I think you'll probably like it, and it's probably worth checking out. So shout out to Cabin Boys Brewery. That's a good beer. That's a real good stout. So thank you all so much for watching the beer review. You can check me out live on Twitch, all at Bearded Beer Time. One word, no spaces. Bearded Beer Time. You can also check out my social media on Twitter, Instagram, all Bearded Beer Time. You can check out all the things that's going on in the Bearded Beer Time world. Until next time, cheers and have a fantastic rest of your day. Much love. Cheers.